Welcome to Resource on the Go, a podcast from the National Sexual Violence Resource Center on understanding, responding to, and preventing sexual abuse and assault. I'm Jayla Murdock, and I am the Prevention Campaign Specialist at the National Sexual Violence Resource Center. On today's episode, I provide an overview of the 2025 Sexual Assault Awareness Month campaign. So, for as long as there have been people caring about making the world a better place, there has been individuals advocating for sexual assault prevention. NSVRC develops a national SAAM campaign each year to provide advocates with ready-to-use resources, graphics, and tools for raising awareness and promoting prevention. Guided by constituent feedback, the campaign's theme shapes its materials, which is shared widely to support efforts to end sexual violence at all levels. And our April 2025 campaign marks the official 24th anniversary of NSVRC's National SAAM campaign. So this year's theme is Together We Act, United We Change, and it highlights the power of collective action in addressing and preventing sexual abuse, assault, and harassment. It reminds us that we can drive meaningful and positive change when we come together. And this campaign is about raising awareness, amplifying the voices of those too often unheard, and empowering communities to collaborate for health equity. By working together and focusing on long-term strategies, we're not just imagining a world free from violence, we are actually building it. So with this campaign and the two before it, Drawing Connections, Prevention Demands Equity, and Building Connected Communities, my hope has been to inspire people to create spaces where safety, respect, and support are the standard for everyone. And with that, we have a few key messages for our 2025 campaign. To create real and lasting prevention efforts, we must address systemic inequalities like racism, sexism, and ableism that stand in the way of safety and access to resources. These are root barriers we need to confront in order to make progress. Collective action is also essential, whether it's in our communities, workplaces, or schools. Coming together is how we foster prevention and promote health equity. Amplifying the voices of underserved and marginalized survivors is also a key focus. Their experiences and perspectives are vital to building an inclusive and effective movement. Finally, sustained action is what keeps the momentum alive. By involving young people, we're not only strengthening the movement today, but ensuring its growth and sustainability for future generations. So each year, NSVRC takes feedback from SAAM planners to enhance and improve the national campaign. This year, you asked for a more structured approach to organizing outreach and be listened. To support your efforts, we've introduced 5 weekly themes to help you guide your work and highlight SAAM's core messages. As you work within your states and territories, as you know, it's important to share resources that resonate with your specific audiences. Next, I will discuss each week's focus and share some ideas for what to share and highlight. For the first week, Together We Act, United We Change, we can start by laying the groundwork for prevention, sharing resources that highlight the importance of education and awareness in preventing sexual violence, such as materials on consent, healthy relationships, and bystander intervention. In addition to spreading knowledge, encourage people to get involved in SAAM for the month of April and beyond. Share local events, campaigns, and volunteer opportunities where people can take active roles in supporting survivors and raising awareness. And that can include participating in events, organizing workshops, or sharing the SAAM social media content that promotes the core messages. In week 2, Learn, Act, Change, It focuses on establishing a shared understanding of sexual violence. You can share resources that help people understand the broader aspects of sexual violence, which can be emotionally, physically, and mentally, and also equip them with practical steps to intervene. Share local training sessions or workshops that offer actionable steps on preventing sexual violence in your community. And lastly, highlight prevention programs that focus on skills like active bystander intervention, teaching consent, and educating about legal rights and protections specific to your state or territory. In week 3, uplifting voices of survivors, you can focus on sharing resources that amplify the voices of survivors from diverse and underserved communities. This can include local support networks and advocacy groups that work with marginalized populations in your state or territory. Share educational materials about intersectionality of race, gender, disability, and sexual violence, emphasizing that every survivor's experience is unique. This could also be an opportunity to share local events, art projects, or survivor-led initiatives that raise awareness and empower those who've been impacted. Week 4, Communities Act Together, has a focus on empowering communities to take collective action against sexual violence. During this week, you can encourage collaboration with schools, businesses, and community organizations to build a unified approach. Provide resources and strategies that help communities, whether that's a toolkit, local campaign, or efforts tailored to the specific needs of your state. You can also continue to share those local events and workshops that promote prevention. So in the final week, United, we create a safer tomorrow, focus on how we can sustain the momentum of SAAM beyond the month of April. Share resources that help translate awareness into ongoing action, like how communities can establish long-term prevention programs, advocate for policy changes, and support survivor-centered practices. You can highlight local success stories and initiatives that have made a difference in your state or territory, and also encourage others to join the movement for a safer future.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Resource on the Go. For more resources and information about preventing sexual assault, visit our website at nsvrc.org. For more details on the 2025 SAM campaign, view the show notes or go to nsvrc.org/SAAM. You can also get in touch with us by emailing resources at nsvrc-respecttogether.org.